Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel English Destination. Most of the students get confused in voice. That's why I have made videos on voice to clear all your doubts. Tense wise I have made all these videos, so watch till the end. In English language you will get 12 tenses, but active passive voice is possible only with 8 tenses. So all these 8 tenses I have divided into different parts, including affirmative, negative and interrogative constructions. So don't miss this video. Watch till the end. Do watch, like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon. Let's get started. Some changes are important in active voice and passive voice. You need to do changes in pronouns. In first person, in active voice, I is given. Then you have to turn I to me in passive voice. Same way, we to us. You will be saying in passive voice in singular and plural both. Third person, he, him. She turns to her. It, they and them. Today we are going to learn active passive voice with the past continuous tense. First of all, we will see affirmative sentences, means positive sentences. First, the principal was discussing some important points with the staff at that time. So, this is active voice. Principal, the principal subject, was auxiliary verb, discuss V1 form, ing that you have to put, so discussing, and some important, that is an object. Some important points, whole, with the staff at that time. This is an extra information. Now we will turn this active to passive. So object of active voice becomes subject in passive voice. So here first some important points will come, and according to this subject you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb, that is verb, because we are doing past continuous tense and that is passive voice. So verb, then you have to add being you have to add, it is compulsory. After that you have to put V3 form of discuss, so discussed, that is V3 form. Then with the staff, extra information will come here. After that you have to put by, and then subject of active voice becomes object in passive voice, so the principal. After that at that time. So that is an extra information. If you want to put by the principal in the beginning and then with the staff at that time, the whole thing you can take to last also. That way also it is correct. This is passive voice. Second, the boys were playing chess. So subject, the boys were, auxiliary verb, play, V1 plus ing, so that is playing. Chess, that is an object. This is active voice. Now we will turn this active voice to passive. Chess, then according to chess you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb. So chess was, after that being, then V3 form of the main verb play. So played, so V3 form. Then by, and then the boys, that is subject in active voice becomes object in passive voice. Next, it was I who was calling you then. This is complex sentence I have put here, I have added here to make you understand. So here first this is who, that is WH, then was auxiliary, call V1 form, ing, so calling, you object, then adverb, and this is active voice. Why? Because here by is not given and V3 form is not mentioned. Let's turn this active to passive voice. It was I. Same thing you have to write. You have to change from here. Who is given. Then instead of whom, you have to write by whom. Then object of active voice becomes subject in passive voice. So, by whom, you, according to you, put appropriate auxiliary verb, that is verb. Then being, then V3 form of call. So called, and then you have to write then, that is an adverb. So this is passive construction. Next, this is also complex structure. When you came to my house, I was watching TV. So here I, subject, was auxiliary verb, watch V1 ing, and then TV, that is an object. This is active voice because here by is not given and V3 form is not mentioned. Let's turn this to passive. When you get this kind of complex sentence, then first part same. You have to copy the same. When you came to my house. After putting comma, wherever you find past continuous tense, then you have to change it to passive. That portion only. So here I have done the same way. TV object in active voice and it becomes a subject in passive. So TV. After that, according to TV was, then being, then V3 form of the main verb, and then by me. So here I is given as subject in active voice, becomes object in passive voice. So I, me. So TV was being watched by me. This is passive voice. Next, while I was sowing the seeds, Rajat was digging up potatoes. So here I, subject, was auxiliary. So that is V1 plus ing, that is sowing the seeds. So object, Rajat, subject, was auxiliary, and digging up. So dig, that is V1 form plus ing. So digging up, then potatoes, that is an object. So this is active voice because by is not given and V3 form is not given. Suppose you get this type of example. So for first portion also and after putting comma, second portion also, both are in past continuous. So you have to change both. This way. While then from this half portion, the seed, that is an object, becomes subject. So the seeds will come in the beginning. According to the seeds, put appropriate auxiliary verb, that is verb. Being, then V3 form of the main verb. So that is sown, then by, and after I, that is subject. So it becomes me as an object in passive voice. So this way you have to turn. Then after putting comma, go to next half portion. So Rajat was digging up potatoes. Here also subject verb object is given. So change this also in passive. So first object of active voice becomes subject in passive. So potatoes, according to this subject, verb plus being. So dig up. So that is V3 form of dig, that is dug. So dug up, that is V3 form by Rajat. Okay, so potatoes were being dug up by Rajat. This is passive voice whole. Let's move to negative sentences. First, I was not eating pizza there. So find out subject, verb, object. So I, subject, was auxiliary verb, not is given because we were framing negative sentence. Eating, so eat V1 form plus ing, that is eating. pizza, that is an object, there, that is an adverb. This is active voice because V3 form and by both are not given. Now, how to turn this active voice to passive, that we will see. So here pizza, that is an object. So object takes place in the beginning in passive voice. So pizza, according to pizza or subject, you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb. So pizza was, and negative thing is there. So put not, then being, then V3 form of the main verb eat. So eaten, and then put adverb, that is there, by me. Or you can change this also, by me, there. Both are correct. So this is passive construction. Next, the captain was not explaining the new technique. So the captain, subject, was, auxiliary verb not is given because we are framing negative sentence. Explaining, so V1 explain plus ing, so explaining. The new technique, that is an object, so this is active voice. Now turn this to passive. So the new technique, object comes first in the passive as subject. So the new technique according to the subject was, that is auxiliary verb, then put not, after that being plus V3 of explain. So explain by the captain. So the new technique was not being explained by the captain. This is passive voice. Let's move to interrogative sentences. First, was he drawing a picture then? So here interrogative sentence is given. So first auxiliary verb is there. Was, auxiliary verb, then subject, he, drawing. So draw plus ing, V1 plus ing, drawing. A picture, that is an object, then that is an adverb. So this is active voice. Let's turn this to passive. According to object, that becomes subject here. But before that you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb. So was a picture, then being drawn means V3 form of draw. So drawn by he, him, and then you have to add then put question mark. So was a picture being drawn by him then? This is passive voice. Next, was she feeding the baby at that time? So was auxiliary verb, she subject, feed V1 form plus ing. So feeding the baby, that is an object, and at that time this is extra information, then question mark is given. This is active voice. By is not given and V3 form is also not given. Let's turn to passive. According to the baby, you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb in the beginning. Was the baby then being fed? Being, after that feed, that is V1 form. So what is V3 of feed? Fed. Being fed by, she becomes her, and then add at that time, put question mark. So was the baby being fed by her at that time? This is passive construction. Let's do WH questions. Why were you scolding him? So why, WH question, were, auxiliary verb, you, subject, scold, V1, ing. So scolding him, this is an object and this is active voice. How to turn to passive? Why, same thing you have to write here. After that, according to object, it becomes subject in passive voice. So according to this, you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb in the beginning after why. So why, was, then he, then put being plus V3 form of the main verb, this scold. So scolded by you. Then put question mark. This is passive voice. Next, When were they singing a prayer? So this is active voice. When, WH question, were auxiliary verb, they subject, sing V1 plus ing, so singing a prayer. So this is an object. Let's turn this to passive voice. When, same you have to write. After that, according to this object, it becomes subject in passive. So according to this a prayer, you have to put appropriate auxiliary verb. When was a prayer, then being, sing, that is V1 form. So what is V3 form of sing? Sung. So when was a prayer being sung by them? Then put question mark. This is passive voice. Now it's practice time and you have to change the voice. Okay, I have given here 3 sentences and you have to change the voice. Your time starts now. Hope you have completed. Let's check answers. First, it was I on the phone who was congratulating you on your success. So answer, it was I on the phone by whom you were being congratulated on your success. Next, what was she offering you at that time? Answer, what were you being offered at that time by her? Last one. Wasn't she reading a storybook when you went there? Answer, wasn't a storybook being read by her when you went there? Hope you learned a lot from this video. See you soon in my next video. Till then, keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing, keep learning and keep subscribing. Thank you so much.